And welcome back, Mythers. This is Par 73, bringing you the Myth World Cup in 1999 Shoutcast. 15 years, a bit too late, but still time to discuss this great game, these great matches that took place. And with me today is one of the captains of these teams present. We have the Evil Incorporated captain Phos here with us today. How's it going, Phos?
Hello, everybody. It's going very well.
That is great to hear. Always good to hear a Myther doing well, man. And looks like today your team was against the Sucks at Myth 2 team, facing off against BC Trow, and you guys are in a best of 2 elimination match, I believe.
Well, I think there may be some points in there, but yeah. I think there's three games, but I think points factor into it.
That is true, and the points on this, the game type is body count, so I believe each team, they gain a point for every 10% of their opponent's team they destroy. They gain a point for every 10% remaining, and they also gain 5 points for being a team with the highest amount of damage dealt. So an interesting dynamic all around. It causes for some interesting play, that's for sure. I mean, when you think about BC, like, once you get a lead, you're kind of given the opportunity to run away and have your opponent just eat the dust of your artillery trails, but we got a short time here before this game starts. Let me hop right into the rosters real quick. We got Phos leading his team, Darkstalker, EI, Monk, EI, Blue, Colonel Kurtz, Jedi Ninane, who must be Jedi Val, and Thief for Evil Incorporated. And Sucks at Myth 2, looks like they're down about 3 players. It's a 4 versus 7. Spider War is leading their forces along with Bathtub Jin, Angel, and Notorious. So going into this game right here, Phos, I notice you have 40%. Is there any way you can recall what was going on 15 years ago, going on through your head?
Well, I think first of all, I'd like to just take a look at what the trades were. It looks like we didn't go with all that many Solus. We just got 7, and they went very heavy Solus, which certainly heavy Solus is more of the standard strategy on this map. I guess my thinking there was enough good Warlock play, and you can neutralize the Solus. And I think the play, and you can clearly see that we were going for the Trove flanks here. To harass and cause trouble and disrupt, and then hoping to get plenty of good lock shots in. I think that was pretty much the strategy.
I see that now. Yeah, you got Blue going down to the south, Thief up in the north, and little to no flanking action at all out of your opponents.
Right. I'm sure we were trying to take advantage of the fact that we had more players on our team too.
Oh, definitely. Definitely gives you guys the advantage to at least have control over that mid-Warlock micro with so many players and eyes present. And teams are going to get off their first shots here, but they are going to be a little bit short. I see now that your Tro are coming into flank from the north and the south. And Monk stays out of the range for those shots. So what could you tell me, do you recall anything about your opponents? I believe some of those players played in the 2000s and maybe even the 2010s. I know there was Bathtub Jin. I think he placed high in the 7 Phoenix Rising free-for-all tournament. I believe Spider Wart also ended up playing with Ankrick a couple times. That's all I really know about them. Do you happen to recall anything?
No, I don't really remember these guys very much. Just looking at their names, I think maybe Spiderwort and Notorious seem vaguely familiar. But even them, I'm really, can't really remember anything about them.
Interesting, I see. Well, they managed to do all right in their last match, but they were unfortunately sent down to the bottom bracket. I believe it was Mac Gamers Guild who sent him there. Meanwhile, I believe Evil Incorporated was also sent to the bottom bracket. Hold up a second here. How did you guys end up in this position? Do you remember?
I did have it, but I'd have to look it up again to see.
Yeah, looking into it, looks like you guys. I'm not sure who you were against in the top bracket, but I first cast you guys at the Desert Elite Strike Force game.
Yeah, and it seems like these guys aren't really doing a whole lot. They've just got their mercs bunched up. I mean, they're obviously they're shooting some warlock shots, but one of their locks has already gotten taken down by one of our Trow flanks.
Yeah, and you guys got a pretty nice lead on the BC right now as well. Pretty much putting them in that position where they got to make a decision if they want to continue playing passively or get a little aggressive here, try to make up that 50-60 point margin. I mean, you guys just have not only the player advantage, but an excellent strategy to like take advantage of the situation. I mean, just being able to notice you with the 3. You got the 3 artillery players mid, and then a Trower north, a Trower south. Like, they can't really budge from that rock at all. And it's not like you guys really want to push that rock either with all those looming solas.
Right. Yeah, we definitely don't want to get any closer with all those solas there. Although they're not even using the solas, they're just sitting there.
Exactly, they're just kind of
looks like Angel's got them. He's also got a lock. I guess he's just focused on his lock.
Looks like Bathtub Jin just has 0 units. So it's basically a 3-on-7 right now.
Oh yeah, wow, you're right.
So are any of the players on your team like notoriously good with the units they have? Like, I see Blue has a Trow, Thief has a Trow, you got Jedi Vow with the Warlock, almost taking out Angel's Warlock there. You got Monk also on Warlocks.
Yeah, I remember Monk was definitely a Warlock guy.
Oh yeah?
I seem to remember that. And then, you know, Thief and Darkstalker. Is Darkstalker in this one? He is, but I didn't give him any trial. But both of them were pretty heavy hitters, you know, so they're
You think so?
I mean, back in the day they were. I felt like they were. So I would probably be tending to give them Trow in most cases. But Blue is really good if you just give him a focused amount of units. He was always a major archer guy on our team. I mean, looking at some of the films, it doesn't look quite as impressive, but back then, I don't know, he had some groundbreaking strategies that I ended up copying, like using multiple presets for archers. So, you know, let's say you got 12 archers and having, you know, 2 different presets, 6 each, and moving them back and forth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah, he taught me that back in the day. Blue did.
Interesting, yeah. You know, when I really wanted to up the ante with my archering, I remember I started doing that, and after practicing with it enough, you kind of just get fluent at being able to, like, you know, control both groups at the same time while you're keeping an eye on the enemy behavior to shoot arrows at you, you know, and it brings your archering level up to that next level. So interesting to hear that about Blue. Maybe we can check it out. See if he's got the archers on the next map. It is Desert Flag Rally. And the damage has stayed the same for about 5 minutes here. We got 3 minutes remaining. And Monk dealing the damage to Angel's Warlock, almost taken out in the mid. Were you going to say something? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Yeah, I was just watching that. Monk showing some of his Warlock skills with that shot.
Yeah, man, just a little bit farther, it would have completely taken out Angel's Warlock. It looked like he had been moving around a kind of weird way, too. Keeping it in the distance. And he stays out of range for that shot. I thought he was about to eat the words you were preaching, Phos. But he keeps his Warlock alive and out of range there. I always get nervous when I see those late shots on the Warlocks. Usually it's feels like a secure kill. You'll see their thrower getting aggressive with your mid here. And the souls
shots.
Yeah, they're playing their position. A bit close to that Warlock. It looks like Darkstalker will be losing a couple soulless there as Blue moving in almost, but really just putting on some jukes. I mean, you guys are in a great position here to just be patient, wait out the rest of the game. We'll have to see if your opponents get a little anxious, or if you guys get a little greedy. We got a minute to go here as of now, and it looks like Angel might be losing a Warlock here. Yup, it's gonna go down. Nice shot by Jedi Val. As Darkstalker continues the pressure on the Trow, he's gonna want to move his Solus back in time this time.
And you can tell the strategy here was the classic get ahead and don't make any mistakes. I keep telling everybody fall back. Yeah. Now it looks like Blue's gonna go in for a kill on a Warlock there. All the melee and Trow just clumping up for his Trow right there. And Val is in a position to take out more than one Solus here. It is definitely the wiser move to play safe. I mean, say if you guys knocked him under 90% right here, I guess that would get you an extra point here or there. And it almost happens. Game over. But you can tell that's why they ran back. They didn't want to get knocked under.
Yeah, I mean, it totally, the way the scoring system is set up for the CTF and body count, it was totally meant to influence the players' behavior and reward players' behavior that Butcher thought was good and contributed to an overall CTF game or a body count game, rather than you're approaching body count in a win-lost high scenario, and it's like get up first in damage and run away and just maintain high ground and make sure you deal more damage than they're able to do. And like the first person to get the hit in usually secures the win in that format. But this point system adds a whole different dynamic here. So neither team able to take off more than 10%. So zeros for both teams there, but both teams have 90% remaining apiece. That'd be 9 points apiece, and 5 for the win. That would be 14 to Evil Incorporated, and samii will remain at 9. And that just about wraps up the gameplay there. Going into individual stats real quick, you got zeros across the board, Phos, but you did control the 3 Trow mid and spent a lot of your time commanding the troops. Job well done there. Stats don't speak for everything. But for Jedi Val, 2-0 and 8, not bad. Thief and Blue both going 1-0 and 20 damage. Monk putting up 81 damage, not netting any kills or losses, but putting up the majority damage for your team with that Warlock duty. As you were stating, he is pretty damn good with them, as seen here. And next up, Darkstalker, 0 and 2, 10 damage, and Colonel Kurtz, 0, 0 and 10 damage. And for samii, the Sucks at Myth 2 squad, we got Spiderwort going 0, 0, 13, Angel 2, 2, 25, Bathtub Jin 0, 1 and 6, Notorious 0, 1 and 0. So looking at those stats, the graphs don't come out very well, as Spiderwort is the black color. Anything you would like to add to this game before we wrap it up, Mr. Phos?
No, not really. I mean, you saw some of the comments at the end. I think people were indicating it was a little. Someone said yawn. I mean, BC can be a little bit boring, but still, it's actually a really challenging game, and I think in a tournament setting for the players, it's still a lot of fun.
Yeah, it kind of in the tournament setting, it kind of keeps you a bit more on your toes than say just like a pub game where it might go one way or the other, or people would rather drop the host or something and pick Lamoth. I definitely see what you're saying though. But yeah, let's wrap this one up. We'll go on to game 2 next. Evil Incorporated taking this one 15-9. Next up, we got Desert Flag Rally on game 2. So thank you all out there for watching, and thank you for joining me today, Phos. It's a pleasure to have you and your perspective and experience in this tournament with me. Really makes these videos that much better, in my opinion, and I definitely appreciate it. So thank you very much. And any last words for the viewers in game 1?
No, I just can't wait to see what happens in the next one.
Sounds good, man. And that'll be it, folks. Thank you, and GG.